MS-700 Prüfung Managing Microsoft Teams. Alle Prüfungsfragen sind mit 100% korrekten Antworten versehen.
1. You need to configure the user accounts of the sales department users to meet the security requirements. What should you do for each user? A. From PowerShell, run the Grant-CsTeamsUpgradePolicy PolicyName SfBWithTeamsCollab and meetings cmdlet. B. From the Microsoft Teams Admin Center, set the Microsoft Teams upgrade policy to islands coexistence mode. C. From PowerShell, run the Grant-CsTeamsUpgradePolicy PolicyName islands cmdlet. D. From PowerShell, run the Grant-CsTeamsUpgradePolicy PolicyName SfB only cmdlet. Answer. A. 2. Your company has a Microsoft 365 subscription. The company has a main office in Chicago. The company opens a new office in Toronto that has 500 users. You need to ensure that the correct address is available to emergency responders. What should you do? A. Create a configuration profile and assign the profile to the device of each user. B. Add an emergency address, and then modify each phone number. C. Add an emergency address, and then modify each user. D. Create a calling policy and assign the policy to each user. Answer. B. 3. Your company has a Microsoft 365 subscription that contains a team named Sales. You need to recommend a solution to ensure that all guest users who are members of Sales receive an email message each year to verify that they want to remain in the team. What should you include in the recommendation? A. An identity provider. B. A Microsoft Outlook add-in Century, a supervision policy. D. An access review. Answer. D. 4. You need to configure Microsoft Teams to meet the collaboration and meeting requirements. Which two actions should you perform from the Microsoft Teams Admin Center? Each correct answer presents part of the solution. Note: each correct selection is worth 1 point. A. Modify the meeting settings. B. Create a Teams policy. C. Create a meeting policy. D. Create a live events policy. E. Modify the Teams settings. Answer. A. C. 5. You have a Microsoft 365 subscription and an on-premises Active Directory domain that syncs by using Azure AD Connect. You need to change the membership type of a group from assigned, static, to dynamic user. What should you use? A. Active Directory users and computers. B. The Microsoft Teams client. C. The Azure Active Directory Admin Center. D. The Microsoft Teams Admin Center. Answer. C.